Welcome to Historical Insights. Before we dive in, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Today, we're discussing Benjamin Netanyahu, soldier, diplomat, politician, prime minister. Benjamin Netanyahu's life has been marked by significant roles in the military, diplomacy, and politics. Born in October 1949, just a year after Israel's formation, he is the son of historian Benjamin Netanyahu and the grandson of Rabbi Nathan Milikowski, a Zionist writer. The family initially lived in Jerusalem but moved to Philadelphia, where Netanyahu spent part of his youth and attended Cheltenham High School, excelling in chess, soccer, and debate. However, both he and his brother Yonatan became disillusioned with the liberal culture of the United States. After graduating in 1967, Netanyahu returned to Israel and joined the Israel Defense Forces, training as a combat soldier in the elite Sayeret Matkal unit. Over the next 5 years, he participated in numerous cross-border missions, including the War of Attrition and the 1972 rescue of the hijacked Sabena Flight 571, during which he sustained a shoulder injury. His military career peaked during the Yom Kippur War in 1973, when he led commando operations along the Suez Canal and into Syrian territory. Netanyahu's life took a tragic turn in 1976, when his brother Yonatan died leading the Entebbe raid in Uganda. This loss deeply affected him and fueled his commitment to counterterrorism. He published extensively on terrorism, and even established the Jonathan Netanyahu Anti-Terror Institute, which connected him with influential Israeli politicians like Moshe Ahrens. In 1984, Netanyahu was appointed Deputy Chief of Mission at the Israeli Embassy in Washington, D.C., and soon became Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, where he forged a friendship with Fred Trump, the father of future U.S. President Donald Trump. His political career took off quickly. He joined the Likud party in 1988, served as Israel's spokesperson during the Gulf War in 1991, and by 1993, he became the party leader. 3 years later, he was elected Israel's youngest prime minister. Netanyahu has held office multiple times, first in 1996, and then repeatedly from 2009, 2013, 2015, 2020, and 2022. He is Israel's longest-serving prime minister, known for his promise to ensure security. His leadership has drawn comparisons to David Ben-Gurion, and his ability to stage political comebacks earned him the nickname King Bibi. However, Netanyahu's tenure has been marred by controversies and legal troubles. He has faced allegations of bribery, fraud, and breach of trust, including claims that he accepted expensive gifts from businessmen, manipulated media coverage, and intervened in business deals to benefit allies. In addition to legal challenges, Netanyahu has dealt with criticism over his handling of major crises, including the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack, the first large-scale invasion of Israel since 1948. While his supporters view him as a guardian of Israel's security, public anger has grown over his leadership, with protests demanding his resignation and accusations of war crimes mounting. Before we continue, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Despite these challenges, Netanyahu remains a defining figure in Israeli politics, navigating wars, alliances, and scandals. His legacy will likely be shaped by both his ability to secure the state and the controversies that have followed him throughout his decades-long career. God's preparation of David to kill Goliath. David's triumph over Goliath in 1 Samuel chapter 17 is one of the most well-known biblical narratives. Before his battle with Goliath, God had been preparing David in ways that seemed ordinary but were crucial. As a young shepherd, David learned courage and skill by defending his flock from lions and bears, developing strength and precision that would later help him in battle. His time alone in the fields also nurtured his faith and trust in God. When he volunteered to fight Goliath, he did not rely on conventional weapons, but on the confidence that the battle belongs to the Lord, as stated in 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 47. David's preparation was both spiritual and practical, teaching him that God's empowerment, not human strength, is the ultimate key to victory. God's preparation of Benjamin Netanyahu to defend Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu's life and career reflect a similarly gradual preparation for leadership and the defense of Israel, which many believe plays a significant role in God's covenant with the Jewish people as mentioned in Genesis chapter 12 verse 3. Netanyahu was born into a family deeply connected to Zionism, with his father Benjamin Netanyahu being a noted historian and advocate for Jewish nationalism. This upbringing instilled in him a strong sense of duty to protect the Jewish homeland. His military service in the elite Sayeret Matkal unit of the Israel Defense Forces further prepared him for leadership through exposure to critical, high-pressure operations. After serving in combat, Netanyahu pursued education at MIT and Harvard, broadening his worldview and honing skills in diplomacy and economics, tools that would be critical in his future leadership. His diplomatic posts, including time as Israel's ambassador to the UN, trained him in international relations, and positioned him as an articulate defender of Israel on the global stage. Throughout his political career, especially during his terms as prime minister, Netanyahu faced challenges analogous to David's battle with Goliath. Israel has often been surrounded by hostile nations, and faced existential threats, such as conflicts with Iran and Palestinian militants. Netanyahu's hardline policies on defense, including opposing the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, reflect his mission to protect Israel's sovereignty, just as David defended Israel from Goliath. His diplomatic achievements, including gaining recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital, are seen by some as acts of divine favor, aligning with God's promise to bless Israel. Parallel themes of faith and leadership. Both David and Netanyahu experienced preparation through trials, and were equipped to confront enemies threatening God's covenant people. David's victory over Goliath was an act of faith and divine intervention, teaching Israel to trust in God rather than military might. Similarly, Netanyahu's leadership reflects a sense of destiny in defending Israel's existence and security in a complex geopolitical environment. Many supporters view his leadership as part of a divine plan to safeguard Israel amid external threats, much like David's story emphasizes God's power working through individuals to achieve victory against overwhelming odds. Ultimately, both narratives highlight that God prepares leaders through challenges and equips them for battles, whether spiritual or geopolitical, so they can fulfill his purposes for his people. A big thanks to you. Be sure to subscribe and share our channel for incredible history.